You gotta say all lives matter.
Dad, we're black. What are you doing?
I wanna hear it.
Look at all these people.
All lives matter.
Dad, all lives matter.
You're a piece of shit.
Hey.
welcome.
We just saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Wow, directed by 3 fucking dudes I've never heard of in my entire life. I was pretty cautious going into this movie. I was like, it's getting a lot of praise. You got like 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the best Spider-Man movie. The best Spider-Man movie. And it was good. I actually really liked it, but it's not the best Spider-Man movie.
I was pleasantly surprised by the outcome. Yes, I did have my queefs with it, but it left a positive impression more than it left a negative impression. That's like the best way to put it for me.
I think the visuals here were really awesome. It made every scene pop, and even if things weren't interesting story-wise, the visuals really helped me stay maintained. Miles Morales, let me get this out of the way. I don't even like Miles Morales as a comic book character, but I think he was handled well enough in this movie, except for the final act of the movie, which we'll talk about later. Spider-Man Noir and Peter Parker were the best boys here. The Peter Parker here is really interesting. He's like from a different universe where he's pretty much a failure, a bum. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Nick Cage's performance as Spider-Man Noir, even though it was a little bit too comedic. I don't really give a fuck about Spider-Pam. Anime Spider-Man girl was kind of cringy. Spider-Gwen was Spider-Gwen, even though Spider-Gwen, you know Spider-Gwen.
The movie had amazing style, but it didn't really feel like it had heart. Like, I didn't really connect with any of these characters because the movie had more style and fun than it really did with good writing and good characters that you can relate to. I had a good time watching it. It looked great, but it didn't resonate with me. In some way, the other Spider-Man movies resonate with you and they stick with you. They have some form of heart with them, but this movie, I just didn't really feel that.
And that's also my main problem. Let's go back to the story with Miles. As a character arc, I think it was really well handled in the beginning. It was paced well enough. He's learning the shit. He's failing a lot, as he should be. But then right when the climax is about to start, you'll know, it's so generic and stupid. Right when it's about to start, Miles is a perfect 180. It's a perfect somersault McTwist over a helicopter 180. And he becomes a Spider-Man pro. And it's the stupidest thing. It killed the movie for me almost, because that is like the most important thing about Spider-Man, is that arc, right? And the half-ass, that pivotal moment in his Spider-Man little boy career is just asinine. And I understand they almost had to do it because the parameters in which they put the movie in. There's so many Spider-Man and Spider-Women here that you have to have screen time for them too. But it hurts Miles' arc. And I know it's still there. It makes sense, it's there, but it's so half-assed for like the final third of the movie. I just hated it so much. Everything was so good. It started so fucking good. And then the climax of the movie is just generic bullshit. And I hated it, man. I hated it a lot, actually. Thinking about it more and more just pisses me off because it could have been so good. Besides that, the main antagonist, you got Wilson Fisk, and my God, his design, his fucking cube man of a design is perfect. It was hilarious.
It was amazing. There was nothing really good here except for the style, which I think is kind of like a smokescreen to distract you from how much they didn't really try to make an actual movie with good substance and plot and story and likable, relatable characters. They focused more on the visual of the movie and put everything else on back burner secondhand.
I think the first half was good. I think even the writing was pretty solid. Even though, again, the parameters of the movie is very generic. The comedy landed a lot for me. It chuckled, I was smiling a lot during the movie, but it also wasn't as good as it could have been, as it should have been.
Aunt May was whack.
Aunt May is like an Aunt God.
It's like she's Alfred to Batman, but Alfred used to be Robin. That's what's going on.
It was just too over the top for Aunt May.
Way too over the top.
Which really sucked because it could have been like kind of heartfelt. It was at first, like when you first see Aunt May, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, the first like 5 seconds, you're like, oh man. It's just like Marvel. You have a heartfelt moment, and you're like, oh man, I'm about to feel something, and then they fucking wreck in at like 9/11 and throw comedy in your face.
What'd you think about the soundtrack?
Soundtrack was fine. It's nothing I'm gonna look up on YouTube and listen to later on.
It fit the tone of the movie.
It helped push the movie along really well.
What'd you think about the pacing? I thought it was paced really well.
Yeah, the pacing.
Considering how long it was, you know?
Yeah, the pacing was fine.
All the action here was good, but I'm not gonna remember this like I remember Green Goblin beating the shit out of Spider-Man. Or the train scene. I even fucking remember the crane scene from the first Amazing Spider-Man. That was stupid. Rating time. It's rating time. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 8.5 out of 10, okay? I think it was a good movie. In many cases, it was great. But the actual substance of the movie really weighs it down. Miles' half-assed arc really weighs it down with the climax is fucking ruining everything! It was a passable climax, but it could have been so much more. I keep on repeating it. And the one thing this movie really missed, you should put Toby in it. It was a fun movie. I recommend you see it. It's probably my favorite animated movie of the year. And I just wish it just did more with its story, more with the characters. Maybe they will in the sequel, because they're already making one. How about that?
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed watching it for the most part, but you strip away the beautiful style it had, and it really just boils down to a big wad of nothing that's gonna be memorable at all. It's the style. The style is why this movie's so cool. And other little aspects, but it's not enough to be amazing. It's not enough to make me want to buy it or probably ever watch it again.
It could have been the best Spider-Man movie. It could have been amazing. But that's it.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
See you later.
Toodaloos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do killing babies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It'd be a gross, dirty Western fuck.